For those of you looking for the JV game, the freshman game is still going on. I'm going to turn on the camera here so you're able to see it. Right now we are in the third set. Gibault took the first set, East St. Louis took the second set, and Gibault is up 9-7 in this deciding third set of the freshman match. Teams very evenly matched, a lot of back and forth. That was Hope Chambers with that serve into the net for Gibault. She subs out. Kylie Dugan checks in. East St. Louis serving, trailing 9-8 in this deciding third set. Once again, this is the freshman match. We'll have the JV match on this stream at the conclusion of this one. East St. Louis floats it over. Gibault put it back over on one, but now able to set up their offense. Little roll over the net. Nice fence. East St. Louis tries to push it back into the corner. Gibault scrambles, gets the free ball over, and it goes down for the kill. That was Belle Perjak with that little over-the-back bump on that free ball and just found a good spot in the East St. Louis defense. Timeout called by East St. Louis. I don't have a score on the first set. East St. Louis took the second set by a score of 21-17, and we're at 10-8 in this deciding third set. They'll play to 15. Back to serve is number 10 for Gibault. That's Belle Perjak. Middle hitter. Deep serve, too deep, side out to the Flyers. I do not have a roster for the East St. Louis freshman team, so we'll just gotta refer to by number. Number 8, back to serve for East St. Louis. Floats it over short, nice pass by Gibault. Was number 1, Annika Fabier with the hit from the right side, handled by East St. Louis. Middle attack by number 3 goes into the net, side out to Gibault. They're 4 points away from the match. Carmen Groman checks into the game for Gibault and into the front row. That's Annika Fabier back to serve for Gibault. Nice pass there by East St. Louis. Middle attack again. Miss hit there by number 3. Another point for Gibault. They lead 12-9. Fabier with the serve. This time goes to the right side. Sent back over on one. Carmen Groman with the attack. Oh, sorry, that was Claire Kessler with the attack on that overpass. Gets the kill. And timeout called by East St. Louis. Both teams back out in the court. It's Annika Fabier with the serve. Gibault's got a 4-point lead in this deciding set. Sends it deep. Good pass there by East St. Louis. They dump it over on 2. But the setter was called for a double hit, and it's match point for Gibault. Fabier with the serve. Sends it right down the middle. That pass sent back over the net. Lands wide, and that is the match for Gibault. They take this in 3. Gibault won the first set. East St. Louis won the second one, 21-17, and Gibault comes away with the third set by a score of 15-9. So the JV teams will come out for warm-ups now. It'll be a good 15 minutes before the start of the match, with 6 minutes of warm-up for each team on the court, plus a little break time for the officials. So we're going to put the mic on mute, but we'll leave it right here on with the video going so you can watch the teams warm up, and we'll be back a couple minutes before the start of match time. For those of you that have tuned into the broadcast, we are still in pregame warm-ups. The freshman match went 3 sets. Close match. Gibault came away with the win in 3, so we're still a good 11 minutes or so away before the opening point. Gibault currently on the court. East St. Louis will have the court after them for warm-ups, and then we'll be underway.
That tonight's gonna be. That tonight's gonna
We are still 6 minutes away from the match start. East St. Louis now taking the court for their warm-ups. Apologies that I do not have a roster for the East St. Louis Flyers JV team. So I'll be referring to them by number rather than by name. The freshmen came away with a 3-set victory in the opening match. I didn't have a score on the first set. East St. Louis took the second set by a score of 21-17, and then Gibault took the final set by a score of 15-9. We're going to go back on mute as East St. Louis warms up, and we'll be back in about 4 minutes or so with the start of the match. Welcome to Father Ed Hustedde Gymnasium, Dennis Reeder Court, for this JV match between the Flyers from East St. Louis High School and your Gibault Hawks. We are about, say, a minute or so away from game time. East St. Louis just finishing up their warm-ups, and we will be underway. In the freshman match, Gibault came away with a 3-set victory. Gibault took the first set, East St. Louis took the second set, and then Gibault took the third set by a score of 15-9. They have turned off the music, and we're about ready to get underway. Officials coming to the scorers table. The Hawks are taking the court. Looks like starting lineup, I see Aubrey Thomas, Hope Chambers, Camille Groman, libero Gabby Vaus, Claire Higgerson, Claire Barber, and that might be everybody. I'm missing one. Oh, and Carmen Groman. So, Carmen Groman, Camille Groman, Gabby Vaus, Claire Higgerson, Claire Barber, Aubrey Thomas, and Hope Chambers are your starters for Gibault. East St. Louis will be on the left-hand side of your screen, Gibault on the right-hand side. You'll see the score up in the upper left corner. First set of numbers will be the score in the current set. Second set of numbers are the set count for each team. This is Todd Bisk, your voice of Gibault Hawks Volleyball and Basketball Online. Thank you for tuning in. Officials checking the rotations right now, making sure everybody's where they are supposed to be. And we should be underway shortly. There's some positioning on the East St. Louis side that they are getting ironed out. Here's the officials have it worked out now. We are about ready to get started. And Gibault will have the serve to begin this first set of this JV match. It'll be Aubrey Thomas with the serve for Gibault. Freshman outside hitter, also setter sometimes. Sends that serve deep and gets the ace. Good way to start for the Hawks with an ace from Aubrey Thomas. Aubrey serving roughly from the center of the court. Sends that one a little shorter. Tough pass there for the setter. East St. Louis had to try to free ball it over. The libero put it into the net. And that's a point for Gibault. Substitution on the East St. Louis side. New player checking into the back row. Again, I do not have names for the JV roster for East St. Louis. My apologies for that. That serve handled, bump set, attack from the back row. Dug by Vaus. Free balled over by Gibault. Another attack there, handled easily by Gibault. They pass it, attack by Higerson, handled by East St. Louis. Attack from the left side, goes long by East St. Louis, and that's a point for Gibault. Gabby Vaus with that dig for the Hawks. And it's an early 3-0 lead. Thomas sends the serve down the middle. Overpass. Gibault chooses to set up the offense. That back set didn't work. Carmen Groman had to free ball it over. Now East St. Louis with the attack. Dug by Gibault. But it was an overpass and put down by East St. Louis. And they get the side out. That dig went over the net, and East St. Louis slammed it right back down. Number 4 with the serve. Sends it deep to the corner. Nice cover there by Hope Chambers. Bump set from Aubrey Thomas. Carmen Groman had to free ball that over. Tight to the net there. Nice cover by Carmen Groman. Right side hit by the left-hander. Carmen Groman goes into the net. That's a point for East St. Louis. Serve goes off the tape. Nice cover there by Carmen Groman. Camille Groman hits it over on 3, covered by East St. Louis. Tight to the net. Camille Groman there for the kill for Gibault. First kill of the match for Gibault. Lydia Higerson checks in for Claire Higerson and goes back to serve. Lydia sends it to the near side, covered by East St. Louis. Set was a little short, so they had to free ball it over. Gibault sets up the offense. Hope Chambers was blocked, but she somehow managed to get it back up in the air. Kept the ball alive. Big hit there from the center by East St. Louis. Dug by Thomas for Gibault. And I believe a net violation there called on East St. Louis. That's a point for Gibault. Lydia Higerson with the serve. Serving from the right side. Sends it deep down the middle, and it's about 2 feet long. Side out to the Flyers. Number 6 back to serve for East St. Louis. From the left side, goes cross court. Nice handle by Chambers. Big hit from the middle by number 9, Camille Groman with the kill. Camille Groman now with the serve for Gibault. Set right side, they roll it over, covered by Carmen Groman. Hope Chambers with the attack from the left side. Dug by East St. Louis. Big center hit, goes off the Gibault block and down for the kill for East St. Louis. Claire Barber was there in the middle, but the hit went off of her and down on the Gibault side of the court, side out. Number 5 serving for East St. Louis. Gets the ace. Serving from the left side. Sends it same spot, that time handled by Higerson. Hope Chambers has to poke that one over, but finds a good spot and gets the kill for Gibault. Carmen Groman checks out. Anna Kafabier checks in and goes back to serve from the center of the court. Sends it down the middle. Soft serve. Back row set. They have to free ball it over. Gibault sets up the offense. Set to Barber in the middle. And she gets the kill. Claire Barber with a well-placed hit. East St. Louis was able to get a hand on it, but then no one could get over there for that second ball. Libero back into the game for East St. Louis. Fabier with the serve from the center, goes right down the middle. Nice pass there. Left side attack handled by Gibault. And that pass was tight to the net. Fabier called for 2 hits as she first put it off the net and then touched it again. Side out to East St. Louis. Serve handled by Thomas. Set there to Chambers. She rolls it over the block, covered by East St. Louis. Dig by Fabier. Set by Vaus to Chambers. Ball never made it over the net. Point for East St. Louis. Gibault's led the whole way, but it's now just a 1-point lead. And East St. Louis has the serve. Vaus with the pass. Fabier with the set. Hit from Chambers. Goes down for the kill. Hope Chambers with the kill from the right side. Claire Higgerson checks back in for Lydia Higgerson. Hope Chambers back to serve for Gibault. Puts it into the net. Side out to East St. Louis. Serve from number 2. Goes wide. East St. Louis returns the favor. Both teams trading service errors there. And Claire Barber goes back to serve for Gibault from the left side. Substitution for East St. Louis. Barber with the serve. Goes cross court. Nice pass there. They set left side attack, right side attack. Dug by Barber. Thomas with the hit, just inside. No, refs rule that was out. From my point of view, that ball looked just inside the baseline. But the official said it was long, and it's a side out to East St. Louis. Well, we've got a live stream. We don't have instant replay, so I can't show you that one again. Vaus handles that serve. Thomas with the attack. Rolls it over the block and gets the kill. Aubrey Thomas makes sure that one was staying in the court. Finds the hole right in the center of the East St. Louis defense, and she heads back to serve. 11-9 lead for the Hawks. Aubrey Thomas with the serve. Good serve, handled by East St. Louis. They dump it over on 2 and find a hole in the Gibault defense on the far sideline. Aubrey Thomas unable to get to that one. So side out to East St. Louis. That serve just long by East St. Louis. Goes back over to Gibault. Gibault led by his 3 points right at the beginning. Since then, it's been back and forth. East St. Louis hasn't been able to get it to a tie score, but Gibault hasn't led by more than 2. Lydia Higgerson with the serve. Back row attack, covered by Higgerson. Bump set from Thomas. Groman with the left-handed hit, off the block and handled by East St. Louis. They free it over. Vaus with the pass to Thomas. Center attack. Rolled over by Groman, but handled by East St. Louis. Center attack, and down for the kill. That was number 5 for East St. Louis with the cross-court kill out of the center. Side out. Serve from the left side, sent into the net by East St. Louis. Side out, back to Gibault. Last few times East St. Louis has gotten close, they've put the ball into the net on their serves. Camille Groman with the serve. Gets the ace. Just inside the near sideline. And it's a 14-11 lead for the Hawks. Sophomore middle hitter back to serve for Gibault. And East St. Louis called for being out of rotation. Point for Gibault. Conversation with the officials here.
Taking that point back.
Oh, yeah. They ruled that that was actually not a rotation violation, so we're redoing it. But instead, Camille Groman gets another ace. So we're back to a 15-11 score after all. Groman with the serve, goes down the middle this time, handled by the libero. Bump set, that goes over the net. Carmen Groman was there for the overhit, but handled by East St. Louis. Chambers with the attack, dug by East St. Louis. Gibault scrambles on defense, but gets it back over. Team was off the bench for that one. But East St. Louis, number 5, able to get the kill. Gibault all over the court trying to save that one. Managed to get the free ball over from behind the basketball net. But then it was put down by the big middle hitter for East St. Louis. Vaus with the pass, Thomas with the set. Carmen Groman had to go right-handed on that one. Dug by Thomas on the attack there. Claire Barber had to tap it over on 2, so that pass was tight to the net. Another dig by Gibault. Chambers with the attack and gets the kill. Hope Chambers with her 3rd kill of the match. Timeout called by East St. Louis. Gibault headed back out onto the court. And East St. Louis is as well. It'll be Gibault serve. Annika Fabier checking in for Carmen Groman. And I believe it will be Annika with the serve. Annika's a freshman for Gibault. Serving out of the center. Keeps it short. Nice pass by East St. Louis. Left side attack, dug by Vaus for Gibault. Hope Chambers with the cross-court hit. Goes wide. Nope, actually they ruled that was in. That's a kill for Chambers, my mistake. Fabier with the serve. Sends it down the middle, easily handled. Right side attack, they push it long. Handled by Gibault. Thomas has to scramble for that one, able to get to it. Bump set. Free balled over by East St. Louis. Fabier with the set. Vaus with the attack from the back row. Put it into the net. Side out to East St. Louis. They trail by 4. That was Gibault's biggest lead of the first set at 17-12, but back to a 4-point lead now. Number 3 back to serve from the right side for East St. Louis. Goes down the line, handled by Thomas. Set back to Thomas. She was leaning back too much on that one, couldn't get anything under it, and it's a point for East St. Louis. The serve goes down the middle. Nice dig there by Higgerson. Free balled over by Vaus. East St. Louis sets up their offense. Center attack goes off the block. Bump set. Fabier gets the free ball over, and East St. Louis sets up their offense. Left side attack, handled by Gibault. Thomas pushes it over the block, covered by East St. Louis. Left side attack again, off the block. Fabier picks it up. Bump set from Barber. Right side attack, left side attack by Chambers goes down for the kill. Side out to Gibault. 5 kills for Hope Chambers. And she heads back to serve. Skip serve. Handled nicely. Has to be a free ball there. That's not going to make it over the net. (19-14) lead for the Hawks. First pass was good. Second pass was not for East St. Louis. They had to scramble and couldn't get it over the net. Chambers serves down the middle. Good pass there. Setter goes over on 2. Looked like that all kind of went off of Annika Fabier. A little awkward. And it's a side out for East St. Louis. Kind of rolled on her a little bit. Number 2 with the serve. Nice pass there. Fabier with the set to Barber out of the center for the kill. Claire Barber with the hit from the middle, off the block and down for the kill for Gibault. And Claire Barber heads back to serve. That's her second kill of the night. Tough third ball there. Camille Groman there for the block that goes down for the point for Gibault. Barber with the serve, goes cross court. Just barely covered by East St. Louis. Attack from the left side goes long. Another point for Gibault. Barber serving from the near side. Goes cross court. Good pass there. They dump it over on 2. Easily covered by Gibault. Barber with the set. Thomas with the hit. Puts it into the net for Gibault. Side out. And it's the libero back to serve for East St. Louis. Serving from the center. Sends it wide. And it will be Aubrey Thomas back to serve for Gibault. 2 points away from this first set. Carmen Groman back into the game for Fabier. And timeout called by East St. Louis. All right, both teams back on the court. It'll be Aubrey Thomas, freshman outside hitter for Gibault with the serve. Started the match off with an ace and 3 straight points. Izzy Schuchart checks into the game for Hope Chambers, into the back row for Gibault. Thomas with the big serve. Dug nicely by East St. Louis. Big hit. Dug by Gibault, but unable to get the second ball. Side out to East St. Louis. They trail by 6. Number 4 back to serve. Vaus with the receive. Gibault had to free ball it over, but that ball floats out of bounds off of Claire Higgerson. Serve from the center. And a miss hit there on the serve, and it's set point for Gibault. Lydia Higgerson checks in for Claire Higgerson. Twin sisters. One checks in for the other, and it'll be Lydia. She's the back row player for Gibault with the serve. Claire is in the front row. Center attack, big hit, dug by Vaus for Gibault. And attack by Izzy Schukart goes into the net. And it's a side out for East St. Louis. They've got their work cut out for them, though, as it's still set point for Gibault. East St. Louis trailing by 5 in this opening set. Tight to the net. Thomas couldn't do anything with it. And it's a point for East St. Louis. Gibault adjusts the rotation, but East St. Louis puts that serve into the net, and the first set goes to Gibault by the score of 25-20. So our unofficial stats you're seeing on your screen. Doing my best to try to keep track of those. Leading the way for Gibault was Hope Chambers with 5 kills. Camille Groman had 2 kills, 2 aces. Claire Barber with 2 kills, and Aubrey Thomas with 1 kill and 1 ace. For those of you looking for the varsity match, that will be on a separate stream. You can find it on the Gibault YouTube channel. And that will get underway. We'll start the stream up pretty much right after the JV match starts, but keep in mind that there will be about 12 to 15 minutes of warm-up time and pregame ceremonies. So you'll have some time to take a break, grab a snack, and tune back in for the varsity match. This is third match of the week for Gibault. They had a live match here, or sorry, a home match here on Monday, taking down New Athens 2-0. An away match against Roxana yesterday, and also won that by 2-0. East St. Louis will have the serve when we begin this second set. Gibault players back out on the court. East St. Louis still getting some last-second coaching. And East St. Louis also on the court now. We're about ready to get underway. Libero Gabby Vause comes into the game for Gibault. East St. Louis will have the serve to start. And their libero checks in as well. And it will be number 4 with the serve for East St. Louis. Serve handled by Vause. It's Riley Geiler into the match for Gibault. That attack by Gibault goes into the East St. Louis block for a point for the Flyers. Good serve there by East St. Louis. They get the ace. Claire Kessler, Carmen Groman, and Riley Geiler in the front row for Gibault. Cross-court serve goes wide. Back row is Aubrey Thomas, Hope Chambers, and Gabby Vause. Aubrey Thomas heads back to serve. Off the tape and just wide. Side out to East St. Louis. Serve rolled off the tape and rolled out of bounds. Number 6 back to serve from the left side. Goes cross court and deep and gets the ace. Rolls off the fingertips of Hope Chambers. East St. Louis with the lead. They did not lead at all in that first set, but they stayed close throughout. And they've got a 3-point lead here on the Hawks to start off this second set. That serve handled by Vause. But Gibault unable to get a clean set. And can't get the ball over on that third hit, so another point for East St. Louis. That serve goes down the line. Gibault has to free ball it over. East St. Louis sets up their offense. Center attack. Number 5 again with the kill out of the center. She has been hammering that ball out of the middle for East St. Louis. Gibault will be happy when she gets into the back row. And there's a momentum killer for the Flyers as they serve that ball into the net. Side out to Gibault. Riley Geiler checks out, and Lydia Higgerson into the game for Gibault. Higgerson with the serve, goes cross court. A little rollover by Gibault, by East St. Louis, dug by Gibault. Setter had to scramble to get to the ball. Vause, he put it over the net, but it floats out of bounds. And that is a side out back to East St. Louis. Gibault happy to see number 5, and now the back row serving. Sends that ball cross court, but she gets the ace. (8-2) lead for East St. Louis. And once again, East St. Louis with a number of service mistakes in this match. Claire Kessler checks into the game for Gibault and will serve. The Hawks trail by 5. Kessler goes down the middle, handled easily by East St. Louis. Attack handled by Gibault. And from the right side, Carmen Groman gets the kill for Gibault. Kessler back to serve. East St. Louis handles it. They set up the attack and get the kill. Back to a 5-point lead for the Flyers. Cross-court serve. Handled by Vaus. Dumped over on 2 by Vaus. Sorry, that was Thomas with that. Handled by East St. Louis. They set up the attack. Dug by Gibault. Unable to handle the second ball. It's another point for East St. Louis. They've got a 6-point lead. Number 3 with the serve. Overpass there. Put down by East St. Louis. They've got a 7-point lead. All East St. Louis right now in the second set. And they get the ace. Timeout called by Gibault. It's been all East St. Louis in this second set. They've got a 12-4 lead. Gibault took the first set 25-20. Gibault unable to get any clean passes off and get their offense set. Meanwhile, a few big hits and an ace from number 5 for East St. Louis. Combination of the two has got East St. Louis with a 12-4 lead. Only flaw for East St. Louis right now has been a number of service errors. We'll see if the timeout does the trick. And ices the server. Gibault back on the court now. That's number 3 serving from the near side for East St. Louis. Clean serve handled by Gibault. Attack handled by East St. Louis, but they're unable to get a clean hit on the attack, and Gibault gets the side out. Fabier in for Carmen Groman and heads back to serve for Gibault. Short serve handled by East St. Louis. And they get the attack, but that ball goes wide on the attack from East St. Louis, and it's a point for Gibault. Fabier back to serve again. Sends it short. Comes right back over the net by Gibault. Attack by Gibault, and they get the kill. Not sure who that was on that attack. I think that may have been Hope Chambers again with the kill on that one. So looking at my scoring here. Again, an overpass. Gibault with the set. Chambers with the attack. Puts it into the net. So I got my score off by 1, so I'm going to put that kill back in for Gibault. It's a 6-point lead for East St. Louis. Gibault with the reception, tries to set up the offense. They push it over. It's dug by East St. Louis. And missed attack there from the left side by East St. Louis. Gives the side out back to Gibault. The Hope Chambers back to serve. Riley Geiler checks into the game for the Hawks, replacing Lydia Higgerson. Chambers with the serve, goes deep and out of bounds. Number 5's back in the front row for East St. Louis. Watch out, Gibault. Net violation called on Gibault. Was going to be 4 hits anyway, so points, back to a 7-point lead. Faust with the bump set. Fabier has to free ball it over. Attack out of the middle by East St. Louis, number 5. I believe that ball went into the net, not into the Gibault block, but either way, it's a point for Gibault. Claire Barber back to serve. Sends that ball long. Gibault gives it right back to East St. Louis. Number 4 with the serve. Handled by Vaus. Bump set by Fabier. Thomas has to free ball it over and gets the kill. East St. Louis backed away thinking that ball was going to float long, but it lands just inside the corner, and that's a point for Gibault. It counts as a kill for Aubrey Thomas. She heads back to serve for Gibault. Let's see if they can cut into this lead of the Flyers. Not with that serve. Right into the net. Right back to East St. Louis. 3 straight service errors for Gibault. Making it hard to come back. Serve from the left side. Goes cross court. Handled by Gibault. They get the attack and the kill. Not sure who got the kill on that one. May have been Thomas. Either way, point for Gibault. And an ace for Lydia Higgerson. St. Louis thought they were going to get a 4th straight service error from Gibault, but it dropped right inside the baseline. Gibault trails by 5 in the second set. And then, guess what? Another service error for the Hawks. 4 out of the last 5 serves for the Hawks have been service errors. 6-point lead for East St. Louis in the second set. Gibault took the first one. Number 5 returns the favor. Serves it into the net. Side out back to Gibault. Claire Kessler back to serve for the Hawks. Let's see if she can put together a run of good serves. Floats that one cross court. Overpass. Barber was there with the hit. Handled by East St. Louis, and then Barber was there for the block. Sends it down on the East St. Louis side of the court for the point. Kessler with the serve, goes deep, handled by East St. Louis. Attack, lands just inside the near sideline, and it's a point for East St. Louis. I wasn't sure Gibault was going to be able to get that one anyway. Gibault inched a little bit closer, but not much. Attack by Chambers, handled by East St. Louis. They tap it back over. Chambers with the pass. Thomas with the set. Groman with the attack. Gets the kill. Carmen Groman with the kill for Gibault. She checks out. Fabier into the game to serve for Gibault. They trail by 4. Fabier with the serve. Back row attack. And the kill from number 5 for East St. Louis. She has been their primary offense. Exact opposite of the first set. Gibault ran out to an early lead. East St. Louis tried to inch back, never could get back. In this set, East St. Louis jumped out to the early lead. And Gibault not able to inch back. Kill there on the overpass by East St. Louis. They've got a 6-point lead at 21-15. And a timeout called by Gibault. Both teams back on the court. It's East St. Louis with the serve. And they get the ace. Diving attempt at it by Gibault. Sent it over the net and out of bounds. Substitution. Claire Higgerson coming in for Lydia Higgerson for Gibault. Back to a 7-point lead for East St. Louis. Largest lead of the set. Higgerson with the pass. Attack and kill by Aubrey Thomas from the left side. She's got 4 kills unofficially. Gibault needs a run of serves here to get back into the second set. It'll be Hope Chambers with the serve for Gibault. Keeps that serve in. Attack dug by Gibault. East St. Louis has to free ball it over. Vaus with the pass. Fabier with the set to Barber. And Gibault gets the point. Barber with a little tap over. East St. Louis pinballed it around a little bit and unable to get it over the net. Chambers with the serve. Back row attack goes out of bounds for East St. Louis, and Gibault's cut the lead to 4. Gibault would like nothing more than to have a big run and not have to go to a third set here. Hope Chambers back to serve. Good serve from her. Bump set. It's going to be a free ball for Gibault. Doesn't get over the net. They cut the lead to 3. Timeout, East St. Louis. Gibault with some momentum here. Hope Chambers with 3 straight points for Gibault on her serve. It's been pretty much a 4-point lead or more for East St. Louis almost this entire set. This is the closest Gibault has been since it was 3-1 right at the beginning of the set. Long buzzer there from the scorekeepers. Chambers with the serve. And sends it into the net. That is not what Gibault needed there. East St. Louis 2 points away from the opening set now. And they've got their big hitter in the front row. Gibault handles the reception, but they have to free ball it over. Vaus sent it deep. Center attack. Gibault handles it. And the attack by Claire Higgerson goes into the net, and it's set point for the Flyers. Serve down the middle. Gibault has to free ball it over. Little dump over the block, down for the kill for East St. Louis, and they take the second set by a score of 25-19. So, just like the freshman match, Gibault took the first set, East St. Louis took the second set, and then Now we're playing a third. Freshman came away with a victory. Let's see if the JV Hawks can do the same. The stats that you may see pop up on your screen, those are unofficial statistics. Gibault headed back out on the court. We're tied at 1-all here in this JV match. And East St. Louis also onto the court. Referees making sure everybody's where they should be. Libero heads onto the court for East St. Louis. And it looks like it will be East St. Louis with the serve in this deciding third set. There's the opening serve. Vaus with the reception. Attacked by Thomas into the net. First point goes to the Flyers. The reset on the scoreboard. Now they've got it correct. And not cleared the score from the second set. That serve sent back over on one by Gibault. Big hit and a kill for number 5. And maybe Elizabeth Randall, if she also plays on varsity, is the big hitter for East St. Louis. Serve handled by Vaus. Bump set by Groman. Thomas with the attack. Handled by East St. Louis. Dig by Gibault. Attack by Higgerson, handled by East St. Louis. They dump it over on 2. Nice cover by Thomas. Back row attack by Groman was handled by East St. Louis. Another dig by East St. Louis after the attack from Gibault. Attack out of the center by Gibault, dug by East St. Louis. Back and forth we go. That attack by Randall goes into the net for East St. Louis. Great point there. Gibault gets the side out. It'll be Aubrey Thomas back to serve. Thomas with the serve. Attack Dug by Vaus. Thomas with the set. Higgerson has to free ball it over. East St. Louis with a chance to set up their offense. Off the block, and Gibault gets the point. All tied up at 2. Thomas with the serve for Gibault. Sends it long, handled by East St. Louis. They free ball it over. Bump set. Carmen Groman with the kill from the right side for Gibault. Yeah, both Carmen and Camille out on the court. I have to make sure I get the right one on my call. Aubrey Thomas back to serve for Gibault. Off the net and down for the ace. Second ace for Aubrey Thomas. And Gibault's got a 2-point lead. Thomas with the serve. Goes right down the middle and gets another ace. Aubrey Thomas, 2 straight aces, 3-point lead for the Hawks. Thomas with the serve out of the middle. This one goes into the net, side out to the Flyers. That one caught the tape and stayed on the Gibault side. Serve from East St. Louis. Handled by Vaus. Attack by Higgerson. Dug by East St. Louis. They scramble, get it over. Higgerson on that free ball almost got it to go down. Timing a little off on that middle attack. But Gibault winds up getting the point anyway. Timeout, East St. Louis. Timing was off on that set for Camille Groman. Well, she had to pause her jump and just do everything she could to get it over the net. Found a good spot. East St. Louis was unable to make a good pass out of it, and Gibault got the point. The first 2 sets, whichever team got the early lead, wound up winning the set. Let's hope the same thing holds true here for Gibault. They're up by 3 and have the serve. It'll be Lydia Higgerson with the serve. Checks in for her sister, Claire. Higgerson with the serve. Handled by East St. Louis. The attack was dug by Gibault, but then wound up being an overpass. And East St. Louis put it right back down. Pinballed a little bit on the Gibault side, but East St. Louis comes away with the point. East St. Louis now serving from the far sideline. And that serve floats long. Side out back to Gibault. Server tried to go down the line and it floated long. Camille Groman with the serve for Gibault. East St. Louis had to free ball it over, but then some miscommunication on the Gibault side, and it's a side out to East St. Louis. Number 5, Randall with the serve for Gibault. Thomas, Chambers with the attack. Gets the kill. Hope Chambers with her 7th kill. 5 of those came in the first set. I'd like to see her get hot again. Carmen Groman checks out. Anna Kafabier in to serve for Gibault. Still a 3-point lead for the Hawks. Fabier, short serve. Handled by East St. Louis. Back row attack. Gibault has to scramble but can't get it. It's a side out. East St. Louis chose not to take a big swing but instead pushed the ball deep. Went off of a couple of Gibault players and they were unable to do anything with it. That's a side out to East St. Louis. Number 3 with the serve. Handled by Vaus. Fabier with the bump set. Thomas with the attack. Handled by East St. Louis. Center attack goes off the block but covered by East St. Louis. And a dig by Gibault, but they were unable to get it over the net. And East St. Louis is to within 1 point. Gibault unable to get any good swings on the ball on offense. Thomas with the pass. Attacked by Chambers, dug by East St. Louis. Attack by Thomas, down for the kill for Gibault from the right side. 5th kill for Aubrey Thomas. And Gibault keeps the lead. Hope Chambers back to serve for Gibault. And the ace. First ace for Hope Chambers. Back to serve again. Is that one a little longer? This one handled by East St. Louis. It's going to be a free ball for Gibault. Chance to set up the offense. Fabier with the set. Barber out of the middle. Dug by East St. Louis. Unable to get the ball over. In 3-point Gibault. Chambers back to serve again. Handled by East St. Louis. Back row attack. Off the block. Covered by Gibault. A little dump over from Vaus. Finds a good spot. Big hit from East St. Louis. Went off the block. Gibault able to cover it. And Vaus gets the kill. Chambers serves that one into the net. Side out to East St. Louis. Gibault doing what they can to keep this lead. East St. Louis with the serve. Pass by Higgerson. Middle hit by Barber. Off the block. Fabier there. Sends it back over. And gets the point for Gibault. Fabier in the right place at the right time. Timeout, East St. Louis. Barber with a hit out of the middle went right into the block of East St. Louis, but straight down to Fabier, who just stuck her arms out. Ball went over the net and down for the kill. Sometimes you get a little bit lucky in this game. That is exactly where you want that player to be on those attacks into the block. You want them there ready to clean up anything that comes off the block, and Fabier took care of it for Gibault. Claire Barber with the serve from the near side for Gibault. Goes cross court. Attack from East St. Louis, dug by Gibault. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a side out to East St. Louis. Libero back to serve. Tough serve. Vaus sends it off the antenna. That's a point for East St. Louis. Gibault a little slow on those short serves in the center. Having to dive for a lot of balls. Thomas gets that one. Fabier with the bump set. Thomas free balls it over. Attack out of the middle, pushed over by Randall, covered by Gibault. Higgerson with the cross-court hit, dug by East St. Louis. Dump over, dug by Gibault. Higgerson with the cross-court hit, goes just wide. Point East St. Louis. They've cut the lead to 2. Ball rolling on the court as it had went out into the lobby, and someone just kind of rolled it back in. Center attack by Camille Groman goes into the block of East St. Louis, and they get the point. They've cut the lead to 1. Timeout, Gibault. (13-12) Gibault here in this third set. Gibault took the first 25-20. East St. Louis took the second 25-19. It's been a close match throughout. Libero to serve for East St. Louis and gets the ace. We're all tied up at 13. Hope Chambers thought that ball was going to float wide. Lands a good 6 inches or so inside the sideline. They're all tied up. Gibault has to scramble on this one. Can't get it over. And East St. Louis has the lead. Couple of poor passes there from Gibault. And East St. Louis has come back. Pass by Chambers. Thomas goes over on 2. East St. Louis sets up their offense. Middle attack, dug by Gibault. Attack by Thomas, rolls it over. Handled by East St. Louis. They free ball it over and get the kill. And that is the match. East St. Louis takes the third set, 15-13. Gibault was up, I believe, 13-9 with just a couple points to go, and East St. Louis came back with a run, and they wind up taking the match in 3. Leading the way for Gibault is Hope Chambers with 7 kills, 1 ace. Aubrey Thomas, 5 kills, 3 aces. Carmen Groman with 3 kills. Camille Groman with 2 kills, 2 aces. Claire Barber with 2 kills. Gabby Vauss and Annika Fabier with 1 kill each. We're going to end this stream and switch over to the varsity stream. This has been Todd Bisk, your voice of Gibault basketball and volleyball online. Thank you for tuning in to Gibault Hawks Volleyball.
I just want